button? Who's got the button?
And hey, hi, welcome to the Dirty Nerdy, episode 14. Got lots of new stuff to talk about today. And let me start off by introducing my co-host, Avery. How are you doing today?
Oh, well, this is new. Usually I'm the second one, but all right, I see how it is. Is it because it's my birthday month? Is that why?
Well, it's because
You
normally I just go in the direction of whoever joins first, which goes
right.
clockwise according to StreamYards here. But today I reversed it because you're always last to join.
Fair enough. Anyway, with that being said, I'm doing great. This week has been intense. I'm taking leave from work, so getting ready for the daddy life. So I was crammed with so much work. Like, it was ridiculous. I was just working many hours. Everyone just trying to get my stuff before I go. They're like, hey, can you do this and this before you go? I'm like, fine, whatever. So I had no time for gaming or watching movies. But you know what? It's fine, because after yesterday, I'm completely on leave for 6 weeks. So it's only just going to be me, my girl, the baby, and it's very long or very sleepless nights. And I'm here. I'm ready for it.
Very exciting. Very
Yeah.
exciting. Steve, how have you been?
I've been good. Lots been going on here around our house, so I have to say I'm going to be excited for our new segment that we're going to be doing, 3 a.m. feedings with Avery. So we'll have to be up for that. Those will be live broadcast. Other than that, I didn't game much this week. Once again, just the time just didn't happen. But I did watch a couple of things. We binge watched the series Reacher on Amazon Prime. It completely redeems the story that was kind of done with Tom Cruise. If you've ever read any of the books, Reacher is a dude that's abnormally large, like over 6 feet tall, 300 pounds, not under 5 feet tall, and $150 soaking wet.
You mean Tom Cruise isn't 6 feet tall?
He's not. Well, if he wears his high heels, he is. But
right. I've heard that the series has done the books a pretty good amount of justice.
I've only read the first book, but from what I remember from that first book, yeah, the character is a lot more in line with the character in the book and kind of the way the character works in the book. Mm-hmm. Me and my wife loved it. I mean, the only reason we had to stop watching, the only reason we didn't binge watch it all in one night is because we had to wake up the next morning for work. So we had to kind of pace ourselves. I'm still watching 1883. I've now decided that this is a show that's so good that once the finale hits, I think either sometime in March, I think is when the finale hits, we're actually going to go back and take a Saturday and binge watch the entire series as one large story, because it's just that it pulls you in that much that I think we would enjoy it watching it all at once.
How many episodes is that?
I think we're on episode 7.
Okay.
And I think it's maybe like 9 to 10. 15 episodes. I could be wrong on that. I've done no research on how long it is. And we also started watching another Taylor Sheridan series called The Mayor of Kingstown.
Kingstown. I've heard good things about that show.
Yeah, it's really good. Apparently, I should just be watching shows written by Taylor Sheridan, because that Yellowstone, The Mayor of Kingstown, 1883, they announced last week that they're going to be doing another spinoff called 1932, which is going to deal with the story of the family from Yellowstone as it happened in that time frame. So the character's father, and it'll deal with the Depression and the fallout from World War I and the beginning of World War II and all of that. So yeah, I mean, it's great stuff. I'll watch anything he puts out, I guess. And then I know we're going to talk about it later, or maybe next week, since you're not caught up. But the Peacemaker finale was this week, and me and the wife watched that. And I won't go into detail, but a really satisfying ending to a series. They got picked up for a second season, so we're going to get to see more of those characters and the cameos. avoid what you can, Chris, on the internet about the finale.
I've heard something about it.
Oh, the cameos are amazing. What they pulled off was fantastic.
I won't say what I've heard,
Yeah.
but from what I understand, it was very brief.
They're brief cameos, but they 100% pay off.
I don't know if you can call it a cameo if it isn't brief.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Disagree?
Sometimes you bring characters in and they're in an episode. I would consider that Luke Skywalker in that episode of Book of Boba Fett and Ahsoka Tano to be cameos.
Okay.
They didn't move the story of the Book of Boba Fett forward at all.
Right. Yeah.
They showed their story. Yeah. Other than that, audiobooks this week at work, I finished up listening to Tricked on the Iron Druid Chronicles. This book follows the fallout from his sojourn to Asgard, where they go to kill Thor, and what happens when you kill a thunder god. As it turns out, other thunder gods get a little upset, and you have to go into hiding. And his place of choice to hide is up on the Navajo reservation. He goes to help the Navajo god Coyote with a little chore, just a little chore that the trickster god sets up for him that leads him into a battle with skinwalkers and Hell's hunter hound Garm in the middle of the Arizona desert. So I will be listening to Trapped, which is the next book in the series, probably next week again. I'm looking forward to that. I've read all these books before. I'm just listening to them again because I enjoyed them so much. And that's my week in review.
I love it.
I heard Trapped, and I went to crappy early 2000s rock and roll.
Yeah, no. Trapped is the book in the series where he some people find out that he's not dead, and old wounds are opened up, and old hatreds open up, and he gets trapped on Earth by a very, very angry Loki.
Okay.
The Roman pantheon, the Greek pantheon. Pretty much everyone that thought he was dead is a little upset with him because, he did kill Thor. And when he killed Thor and the Norns, he blamed it on the Dark Elves and on the Roman god Bacchus. So all these people are very, very upset with him.
Okay. So I had a pretty busy week. Started off with finishing up my Boba Fett video that I'm very glad I got done. It was quite a bit of work, and
it was
I
great.
Really liked how that came out.
Yeah, it was really good. You did really good.
And then I got sick. I've been sick since Wednesday. It's been a lot of fun, but I've got a lot done. So actually, the first thing I did last week was once we got off the show Saturday, I continued to sit in this chair for the next 11 hours and finish the Halo Infinite campaign.
Wow. Okay. Wow. Someone was dedicated.
So Steven said it was short, and I just needed some time to unplug. It was just chill out for a bit.
Yeah.
And then, so I did that. Then I did the Boba Fett video, and then I got sick, and slept. I finished reading The Last Wish, the first book in the Witcher series, which I liked. I liked it a lot. It wasn't anything spectacular. It was a fun read. I'll definitely pick up the second one, but I've got some other books I've got to read too. And then I really wish they would have done the story about the cursed guy that was like half bear, half human in the first season of Witcher. That cursed guy who was like in love with that day vampire thing.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been really neat, just because it was a good story, and then to see that monster brought to life would have been really cool. A half human, half bear thing. Yeah, that would have been neat.
So you want that instead of a hedgehog looking
So that was in the story too.
Yeah.
You needed that in the show.
Yeah, to introduce Siri. Yeah.
But I'm sure there was some other stuff. Obviously there's some stuff in that first season that was from at least the second book, if not the third book, probably. That I haven't gotten to, so I don't know, like the whole dragon thing and all that stuff.
Same.
I thought the dragon thing was in the second book.
So I wouldn't know.
Oh, you haven't finished the second book. Oh, that's right. The Last Wish is the first book.
Yeah.
I think the dragon thing is in the second book. It's a good story. They did it justice. It's not quite faithful, but they did it justice with trying to fit it into a half an hour.
Yeah. Okay. So the other thing I did is last night I booted up this game called Cyberpunk 2077. There was a new patch that came out this week that said it improved driving.
Oh. One of my biggest complaints.
I started over, so I haven't gotten to the point where I could drive any vehicle besides the one that you start off with. It feels like there's more traction, but like trying to turn with any sort of speed is a pain in the ass still. You have to use the handbrake. I mean, you do that normally, but like you should be able to ease off the gas and still turn to a degree.
Kind of just like slide.
Yeah, like if you're not like in a big rush or anything, you should be able to take a turn without having to hit the brakes.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's the only car I've driven. We'll see if there's actually any difference between the different cars. I'd be surprised.
Now, would you say with this most recent update, is it worth not only playing, but is it worth purchasing Cyberpunk right now?
So that's something that I was trying to do this morning. I was trying to get past the intro part where Jackie dies. I just barely got there this morning. So I couldn't tell you. Another thing that they said is that the AI of the people is better and it will look more natural. One thing I just kind of noticed, like, when you go and meet the Ripper Doc the first time, there was this kid hanging out and he had the red eyes. And so I went to the Ripper Doc, got out. He was still there, but then you continue to go out the gate for the next thing. And there was another kid with the same red eyes. So, and that was something that was really common before, where like you'd see the same dude like 5 or 7 times wearing the same exact get up and everything. And so it's just like, did that change at all? We lost Steven.
Didn't realize we were boring you, sir. Jeez.
I know.
Fine, we'll move on. We'll move on to the topic. Wrap it up, Chris. We want to hear your shit.
Well, I'm waiting to get to the next one.
Yeah.
So I plan on playing more Cyberpunk today or tomorrow. Emmanuel and I are going to get into the next game that I'm going to talk about that I have spent 20 hours in already since Wednesday.
It's awesome. Yeah.
So you can see. Oh, you know what? I did watch something. Oh, Steve's back. So there was something I watched besides play all these video games. I watched this amazing movie for like the 10th, 15th time called Hot Rod.
Oh my God, Hot Rod. Perfect. Love it. Cool beans.
Yeah.
Cool beans.
I watched that this week.
Yeah, I love Hot Rod.
So the other game that I was just telling Avery that I've spent 20 hours in since Wednesday is called Lost Ark. And let me add this. And the reason I did this is because of all of these reports. Well, so this is actually comparing to New World. That's not what I wanted. I wanted this. So Lost Ark, I didn't pull up the article. Lost Ark set the second highest record on Steam for most current players ever, and the only other game to beat that, and it's that other game is way beyond anyone else, is PUBG. So I was curious, and this game's free, so I mean that kind of makes sense. And PUBG wasn't free, I don't think.
Not initially, I don't think.
I don't think it was
not
initially free.
Yeah. And I think they kind of changed some things around once Epic released Fortnite, and they're trying to compete. Yeah.
But so like they had over, what was the highest peak? Yeah. 1.3 million playing at one time.
Wow.
And yeah, I don't know. It was a free game, and I was like, all right, so why are all these people interested?
Right.
And so I went on, and I just spent some time playing. It's so this record was for streaming, for people watching streams. And the reason why I brought this up is because I would actually compare this game to, I would say it's kind of like a Diablo meets New World.
Oh, okay.
Type of MMORPG.
Oh.
Now, the first 10 to 15 hours, you're a bit overpowered, and you're just kind of walking through stuff. So I was just trying to push myself, because these games, for some reason, it doesn't matter until you reach a certain point when it actually starts getting interesting with these MMORPGs.
Right. Yeah. Like it's doing as much as possible to like draw you in, either through overpowering or some sort of small story arc just to get your attention, especially for like free to play games. Like that's one big thing.
Yeah. And the story's whatever. Like sometimes you're interested, most times you're not. But the scenery, I didn't get any. The scenery of this game, like the detail and like, I think you'd like the design a lot with the graphics and everything. Like the graphics aren't cutting edge, but they're definitely better than, say, Diablo 3. They're better than New World, which wouldn't have been hard.
Yeah.
Another funny thing is this wasn't developed by Amazon, but it is published by Amazon,
which is just crazy. Yeah, Amazon getting into the gaming world.
I don't like it. I get it, but like they have enough.
Right. They already have, exactly. Bezos already has enough money. He doesn't need any more.
It's not about money, it's stuff. I don't need them in everything. I don't need an Amazon bank. I don't need Amazon utilities company.
I mean, that's going to happen. We already have Amazon Pay, right? Where you can just
shut your mouth. That's like a third party thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, at this point in time, I would not create another character because that's kind of a long 10 hours, but I haven't spent enough time in the actual meat of the game. Like I finally got to one of the cool dungeons that everyone talks about, where you're going up this staircase and this thing's chasing you around, and it was just really neat. And there's been a lot of cool. Well, there's been that one cool boss battle. I've heard there's more.
Now,
the
Chris,
powers.
Have
What's
you been
that?
playing with other people? Have you?
Yeah,
just me. Just me.
Really?
Just you. Okay.
Yeah, just me.
So the first little bit is you can do solo. For the longest time, for the first I don't know, decade that it was out, I was big into raiding in World of Warcraft. So obviously that was something that we had to do. Initially, we had to do it with 40 people, and I don't think I could do that anymore. First of all, trying to get 40 people to do any one thing.
And people's patience level is so down. So like pretty much how it used to be only one person would be a Leroy Jenkins. Everyone's a Leroy Jenkins now.
Yeah.
Everyone will just rush. They're like, what plan? What is planning? No, let's just go.
That's children.
Now I imagine there's some in-game content that they, if not in place now, they've got planned that will require groups and stuff. So I'm downloading it right now. I'll check it out this weekend sometime, and maybe we can get together and do some stuff. And
yeah, hit me up if I'm not sleeping whenever you get on. I'll see what I can do.
I'll wake you up.
Same.
I'll come over and bang on your window.
No, don't do that. I might shoot you.
Do it. Matter of fact, I'll do it too with a screaming baby in my hand. I'm like, hey, wake up. It's gaming time.
I don't know. For all of a sudden, I just got really tired. But yeah, anyway.
Well, I'm gonna download Lost Ark 2, and pretty much that will probably be a very nice balance of something to play while I'm up at night.
So yeah, that's another cool thing is about like this is just kind of a neat game where you can just build your character and also not have to like you don't have to always be fully connected to it. You can have something going on in the background. You can get up and walk away from it. Like the save, like I mean, obviously you don't want to walk away if you're in the middle of a battle, but if you're in the middle of wherever, if you just leave the game, when you come back, it just puts you right back to where you were. Like the saving is just on point.
Well, most MMORPGs are like that. You know, if you log out in the middle of a forest, when you log back in, you're in the middle of a forest. But
right. So my biggest MMORPG experience is Destiny. Now I did play New World, but I got bored of New World rather quickly. Now that I think about it, I do have one of my complaints right now is the AI seems a slide retarded. There's times where it will attack you, but most of the time the random enemies don't care that you're there. And when you put your mouse over them, you know, it will highlight and it will show red, like, you know, not cool. But you just walk right through a pack of whatever these things are. They've got so many different. There's walking jack-o'-lanterns and shit like that. Like,
okay.
But yeah, you can just walk right through the middle of them, and unless they're like actually people or people type characters, they don't always attack you. So the animals sometimes just leave you alone, even though they look like they wouldn't.
Yeah. So another really big question I have, since this is free to play, is this pay to win?
It does. So I watched an Asmongold video yesterday kind of about that. And it seemed like that's very possible. But so that would be more like your concern on that would be PvP.
Yeah.
And so you could just avoid that if you felt like that kind of crap was going on.
True. That's good. I mean, because I know also a lot of free to play, even in just, you know, when you play solo, right? Sometimes, you know, most free to play games they'll draw you in where like you're overpowered or it's easy. And then there's just a point where like it can just get super hard where it's like you need to purchase something in order to, you know, be able to do any, like to, you know, succeed. You know?
So yeah, so I would say for the first 20 hours, I have been kind of overpowered. And I even chose the mage, which is supposedly one of the hardest characters to build, or I believe the hardest character to build according to their little difficulty meter for their classes. Either that or I read it completely backwards and it's the easiest.
I feel like it'll be the easiest. You just shoot things, like shoot things you want. Right. Fireball, lightning, blah.
But yeah, it's been all right. I want to get more into it. I want to. So I've played by myself the whole time. I have not come across the impossible thing to defeat. I also haven't come across anyone just wiping everything out because they've paid for everything and they can just do whatever, you know. As a matter of fact, I've been playing. Like you'll see people, but when you actually go to do the real stuff, like the dungeons and everything, unless you hit the matchmaking button, you're by yourself. Now I haven't partied up with anyone. Emmanuel's been playing this morning to get caught up through the prologue or the prelogue, whatever the hell you call it. And then, yeah, we're probably going to play later today.
All right. Well, mine is downloading and saying that's that's 70 gigs. That's huge. Okay, it's gonna
It
take
is
a
pretty
while.
big. It is pretty big. You'll see why. There is so I can't go on about this game because there's so much going on that I haven't had time to look into all of the different crap that this game has. There's a card system. There's a roster leveling up. There's individual leveling up. There's all the subclasses. Like there's not enough time, and I did not put in enough effort. I wanted to try and get as far through the game. I wanted to play the game until I met a brick wall, and I hadn't found it.
Okay.
So that's where that is.
Right on. My internet speed is shit for downloading, but that's probably because I'm on here.
That's very possible. Also, Steam throttles. And when you guys go to sign on, let me know, and I'll tell you what server I'm on.
Cool. Excited.
Yeah, go ahead and put it in the signal.
Yeah. Well, it's like Invisca or something like that. I mean, I'll say it now. I don't care if someone watches this and wants to join us. That'd be awesome. So another video game news.
That would be great.
The CEO of EA came out and blamed, but didn't blame Halo Infinite for Battlefield 2042 not doing so well. And the only reason why I brought this up, I couldn't find an article that had the quote, and that's just because I didn't want to bring up Kotaku or Polygon or one of those places. But the guy, they have a summary here at this X-Fire, which I know nothing about. But they're saying, according to Melee, the comparison between both games was not favorable because Halo Infinite was a very polished title, whereas Battlefield 2042 contained bugs and wasn't as polished.
Why do you release it?
Oh, right. Okay.
You're not
all right. Hold on.
You shouldn't expect your games to come out with bugs.
Yeah. Okay. So this is definitely a huge face palm. So you're blaming another game for it being complete, pretty much, and your excuse is, ours came with bugs and stuff, and that's the standard for EA because apparently that's they're like, no, our game comes with bugs. It shouldn't affect sales at all. But you're gonna blame another company for having something polished because they didn't want to put out a turd because they know the backlash that they would have. Okay. All right. Okay, EA.
So
I love it.
Yeah. He said our game was buggy, so everyone wanted to play Halo instead.
I mean, the logic.
So I will also say something else. Now, I don't know, I don't think it is, but 2042 is probably not on Game Pass.
I haven't fired up. I don't know. But even if it was, I probably wouldn't have missed. I wasn't interested. I've never been interested in the Battlefield series. So,
has my internet just gone to shit because both of you guys are frozen?
I don't know.
Avery is stuck. I need to blow this up and get this snapshot of Avery here. While
Avery frozen me. Maybe it's because we're both in Steam trying to download Lost Ark.
Maybe. Oh, looks like Avery's back.
Yeah, I'm shutting down my Steam. Yeah, I'm shutting down my Steam. Like my computer is just like dragging. I was talking, all of a sudden I just stopped talking to him. I'm like, oh, okay, that's all right.
So yeah, they're saying, yeah, we didn't put out a finished product, and Halo did, man. Halo did, and that's why no one wanted to play our game.
How could they? Yeah, how could they? How dare they?
Having a completed game.
What's that?
That's an unfair advantage, them having a completed, polished game.
Hold on, but so the Halo beta came out, and like there's like this weird crossover where like they were both kind of in beta at the same time type situation, but the Halo beta came out and it wasn't a complete game, and that was blowing away Battlefield.
Right.
And then Battlefield's actually full release was like 3 days or something after the Halo Infinite beta came out.
Mm-hmm.
I think another big thing was Halo was free or on Game Pass.
Yeah, wasn't
But
I think Battlefield was technically free too if you had like the EA Play, right?
oh, maybe do people pay for that?
I mean, they're suckers
I
if
think
they
it's
do, but
free
I'm
with
pretty sure.
the Game Pass Ultimate, but I could be wrong on that.
What's that?
I think it might be free on the Game Pass Ultimate, the upgraded edition of their Game Pass.
Oh, okay.
I think
Maybe.
I think you're right. I think I saw that.
I mean, I'll let you know when the next Assassin's Creed game comes out because that's the next time I'll play an EA game.
That's Ubisoft.
Yeah, but I think they released through the EA.
Gotcha. I got
EA
you.
or whatever.
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you. I mean, I'm surprised Ubisoft doesn't have their own thing with all the money they try to grab.
There's a lot. Yeah. There's a lot going on with this Battlefield 2042. I don't have it pulled up, but there is a petition right now of 200,000 signatures of people who want refunds for Battlefield 2042.
Wow.
And so I pulled up their little chart thing here, and their all-time peak for players is 100,000.
Wow.
And it has done nothing but go down. It got a little bump here, which was probably some sort of update that everyone was like, okay, maybe
there's some life. Yeah.
And then it's just been, they're at just under 4,000 for the last 24 hours. And then there's more people playing Battlefield 5 right now.
There are more people playing Battlefield 1, apparently.
Wow. Yeah. Oh my God,
crazy.
my brother's calling me. Oh, it's not.
Yeah, see, I've never played any of the Battlefield games. I wouldn't even know.
I mean, I think the last Battlefield game where I actually played was actually Battlefield 2 Bad Company. And Battlefield 4, I played for a minute, but I was like, you know what, it's not for me. I was still way deep in Call of Duty land.
Yeah. I mean, looking at your list, Chris, the only one of these that I'm interested in is this Medieval Battlefields.
What is this?
Wait, what?
Zoom in on there.
All the way down at the bottom. I think Battlefield went the wrong direction with 2042. I think they should have went the other direction.
They should have went back in time, Medieval.
Yeah.
Well, hold on. This isn't just Medieval Battlefields. This is Medieval Battlefields Black Edition.
Oh.
Okay.
That no one is playing.
Seems like a perfect opportunity for EA to you know what, guys? Let's stop going to the future. Let's go back. Not even back to the 40s. Let's go more. Let's just go all the way back. I would be down to play a medieval FPS. I think that would be awesome. I think that'd be really cool.
Interesting.
Because it'd be more swordplay. I don't think we have enough. We don't have enough really good swordplay games, and I think that'd be really pretty cool.
You're not a From Software kind of guy?
You know I'm not.
Okay.
you know how much I'm not. Yes, you know already. Yes, I don't like to be brutally challenged and die multiple times. Yeah. I'm just not that kind of guy.
Remember when Nintendo games were hard? I mean, there's still some of those that were really damn hard, but
right. Then From Software comes along, is all you remember your childhood? Yeah, we're gonna take that up a notch.
So I just thought the whole EA thing falling apart, and then they came out and issued a statement. I don't have the article about how they weren't blaming Halo, but it kind of too little, too late.
Yeah.
I know when that first 2042 trailer dropped, a lot of people were excited with the storms and everything. It is just kind of sad that our buddy Ken was all into it, and I hope he's been able to have fun. But like this right here, what the hell is this?
What is going on? How is this an officially released game? That's ridiculous. I mean, it's been what 6-7 years since I've been in the game industry and done all the testing, but I feel like that would be something where, as a tester, we would send back like, hey guys, this is not pass. Send it back. Go back to the drawing board. Fix it.
And what's so sad is like these games. So whenever I beat one, I always stick around to check out the tester list, and they're a mile long. Like,
they're huge.
So many testers.
They're huge.
And you get crap like this, and it's like, why do you even bother?
Yeah, it's right. It's insane. Like, yeah, big companies like that, EA, Ubisoft, all of them, they'll have testers galore, right? They'll have, and they also have testers, to deal with localization too, right? For different countries. And it's still crap. It's like, how is it that there's so many testers and you still put out a game like this? And usually what it is because, EA is a huge company, what they'll do is like, they'll release it to Sony, they'll release it to Microsoft, and they'll be able to bypass the standards that Xbox and Sony will set because you're a big company. If it was a small company and there's bugs like this, Microsoft and Sony would not put it on their platform. They would fail miserably. These big companies need to be stopped. This is not no.
Well, yeah, that's people need to stop pre-ordering. People just need to stop pre-ordering.
Yes, exactly. Like show these hurt these companies with your wallet. Like don't spend any money.
Vote with your dollar. That's a thing.
Yeah,
that's totally a thing.
Well, it's like Elden Ring. I'm pretty sure I'm going to buy it. I'm pretty sure I'm going to enjoy it. But I'm not going to buy it day of launch. I'm going to let you do that, Chris, and then I'm going to buy it a week later after you tell me.
I'm waiting. Yes, I will wait at least 24 hours, possibly 72.
I'm going to give it a week. I want to see a week's worth of reviews from people that weren't paid to say good things about it.
Right.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, I follow a lot of people that don't get paid to say good things about anything. So, I follow a lot of critics. And I'm sure I will hear about it. But yeah, so that's video game news this week. Poor EA, and then what is the name? Damn it. Smilegate? Is that what they're called? Hold on, I gotta try and remember. Yeah. The name of the developers for Lost Ark is Smilegate. And they have seemed to found something. They've got some other games that looks like they've been around, but I don't recognize them. They look decent, but nothing I had played before.
Okay, yeah, I've actually never heard of them.
Amazon was wise. Too bad they messed up New Age, from what I understand. No one I know I knew a bunch of people that were into that game that played it for a good while, and no one's playing it anymore. The end game just kind of fell apart, from what I understand. So there has been a plethora of trailers released over the last week and a half-ish, and I haven't seen a single one because I was going to make a bunch of reaction videos, and I didn't because I was sick. So I wanted to do a live reaction of the Multiverse of Madness trailer. Have either of you seen it?
I have. Okay. I've seen it a couple times.
So you both have seen it. I have not watched it at all. I have no idea what I'm in for. Oh, wait, that's not what I wanted. Damn it, wrong button. I wanted... Why did... Never go full retard. So yeah, we're gonna take a look at this. Let me know if you guys can hear it. I just realized I didn't. Oh fuck, that's loud on my end.
I can hear it.
Yeah, can you guys hear it?
Yeah.
Now I can't fucking hear you guys.
Now I can't hear it.
Damn it, because I can't hear you guys when I have it up. Why is my audio so weird? Let me see. No, of course not. It won't let me control the volume for StreamYards. All right. I know what I'll do. I'm going to shut off my monitors and go with my big-ass headphones.
Oh, Chris putting on the headphones? Oh, boy. We know how much you hate that.
I missed that. What was that?
Nothing at all.
Oh, I see how it is.
Just here talking shit. Yeah, I'm just here talking shit. Don't worry about it.
Fine. Don't give me a chance to defend myself.
Now we can't hear it, Chris.
Mm-hmm.
I really want this one to get weird.
We can't hear it, Chris.
You still can't hear it?
No.
No.
I mean, I watched it enough times. I know what's going on, but.
Well, if you can't hear it, that means no one else can hear it. So hold on. Let me. Oh, I did it.
You did it. You did a thing.
All right, how about now? No? Oh, what the hell? This has worked before. All right, I know what I need to do. This is dumb.
Do it.
I don't want to do it this way, but that's whatever. Oh, come on. Not this screen. Hold on. It's being butthole.
It's all good. Well, while Chris is figuring that out, Steve, what are you eating for lunch?
We do that fresh and easy thing. I think we've got some sort of a vegan salad thing that we're gonna cook up for lunch.
Oh, nice.
So it's,
awesome.
It's got egg. Well, it's not vegan because it's got an egg in it, I think. But
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. How do you like that service?
Love it.
Yeah.
Takes it takes all the time you spend trying to figure out what you're going to make out of the equation, and it just gives you exactly what you need to make it, and the instructions on how to do it. So weeknights when we're both working and we're I get home 5-6 o'clock at night, we can just boom right into making dinner, and it comes in a convenient little bag, so everything is contained. You just pull out your bag and your protein, and go to cooking, and then you have the recipe. So if you want to make it again, you go to the grocery store and buy it.
That's awesome. Yeah, I think I'm gonna, because I've been thinking about using a food subscription service, especially when baby girl gets here, because I love cooking, but my biggest problem is I take a lot of time trying to go to the store, find the ingredients, trying to figure out what I'm gonna cook. So having something where it's already, here's the recipe for the day, and here's the ingredients, boom, get to work. That's perfect.
And they have a wide enough variety of things. You can try things you like that you're gonna like. And then one meal a week, we get something where we're like, maybe we'll like it, maybe we won't, but let's try it. Something different, something we've never had.
Love it.
And we found, a lot of things. My wife found out she really likes couscous.
Awesome.
Something she's never tried before, but now we actually buy it when we go to the grocery store and just make it as a side dish when we cook something on our own.
Nice. Love it. Chris, you figure it out?
I don't know. You tell me.
Hey, you figured it out.
All right.
Every night, I dream the same dream. Then,
But as I was saying, I want this one to get weird.
I think we'll get weird.
I want it to get really weird.
It's interesting because like he says at me, every night I dream the same dream. Then I wake up, and the nightmare begins. That is basically saying that his dreams trouble him, but the real world is in way worse shape, which leads me to believe we're going to see some really crazy stuff.
He's living in some sort of weird loop, and he's not really sleeping. And it's like some weird. Oh, what's that movie? Like Fight Club.
You went. It's funny, Chris. You went very ASMR with your voice, and it was very quiet and
did I now?
Interesting. Yeah. It was... Continue.
the nightmare begins. I did what I had to do to protect our world. You cannot control everything, Strange.
In regards to letting Thanos take the glove?
I'm gonna go ahead, Steve.
Well, we have to wonder what he's talking about there, because he cast a spell on Spider-Man that would have made everyone forget everything that happened in that movie. So what is he talking about? Now, Wong is technically the Sorcerer Supreme, so maybe it didn't affect him. But it's got to be I think it's got to be something else. I mean, it just, if the spell worked, it doesn't make sense.
Right, and then you could do the whole Sorcerer Supreme aspect of him being unaffected by that. But also, it seems kind of weird that they'd go all the way back to that at this point, all the way back to Infinity War. But
it does.
Who knows?
Yeah,
I'm super excited. I love Sam Raimi films. Since The Evil Dead, I can't wait to see how they work Bruce Campbell into Doctor Strange.
That'll be great.
I hope they just make him like an old version of Doctor Strange, from the 70s, where he's just like groovy.
Yeah. That would be perfect.
You opened the doorway between universes, and we don't know who or what will walk through it. Wanda, what do you know about the multiverse?
Viz had his theories.
Who had his theories?
Viz. That's her short name for Vision. Yeah. I think it's going to be interesting seeing her. I think she will be the villain, but I don't think that our version of her will be the villain. I think our version of her might be the one helping Doctor Strange. I mean, we're dealing with a multiverse, so we're going to see an evil Doctor Strange for sure, because we've seen him in What If.
Right.
Evil's the wrong word, but he's very much a chaotic version of Doctor Strange. So I think we'll see an even more chaotic version of Wanda.
What do you know about the multiverse?
Viz had his theories. He believed it was dangerous.
He was right. I'm sorry, Stephen. Your desecration of reality will not go unpunished.
Ultron bots.
Is that what they are?
Yeah, I mean that's what they look like to me.
Yeah,
bots that were designed by somebody.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out like what if they were in another dimension, or like if he's going to, because it seems like he's about to go to like a court system, right? But like what are these bots from?
I saw the. It's right. It's obviously it looked like a polished version of whatever those Time Cops and Loki were.
That's
so this is my guess. I think This is where he's going to see the Illuminati, which are a group of characters from the Marvel Universe. One of those people is Tony Stark. He's a member of the Illuminati. This is where we're going to see the Tom Cruise Iron Man and some other people. We'll actually hear someone else's voice here in a moment. I'll have you pause it there. But I think this is a version of the Ultron bots built by the Tom Cruise, Tony Stark, to be that iron shield around the world. And they are arresting, enemy number one, Doctor Strange, for what he did in shattering the multiverse.
I like that. I like this.
You almost sound like Alex Jones of Marvel.
I mean, I'm gonna have to punch you because you said that.
I would help you, Steve. Like, I would help punch Chris for you.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of people you can compare me to, but not that guy.
But right.
It's not that bad. It's a little crazy.
No, just a little crazy.
We should tell him the truth.
Pause it. Did you hear whose voice that was?
Patrick Stewart.
Yeah. We're going to get some Professor X action in this movie.
I love it.
That was from like the very first teaser trailer. This whole cubed thing, wasn't it?
It might have been, yeah.
I was like, this is looking familiar.
Things just got out of hand.
There it is, yeah. That looks almost just like
Doctor Strange. I think this might be Iron Man. Right here.
Okay, I'll back it up, but the Dark Strange, whatever you want to call it, looks a lot like of what came out of what I thought was the best episode of What If.
Yeah, he's called not Sorcerer Supreme, Supreme Doctor Strange or something is I think what he's called, to differentiate him from our Prime Doctor Strange. And then at some point in the trailer, you actually get to see the Doctor Strange, who is the embodiment of order. He's got a ponytail and the gray stripe.
So we'll try and get a better vision of what could be Iron Man.
Just got out of hand.
Captain Marvel.
No, I don't think it's Captain Marvel. Doesn't quite look right.
Things just got
I want to be like this.
Look
Look at that glow.
I mean,
yeah, but look at that face.
Yeah,
look
the face definitely.
That's not Brie Larson. Look at the center. You got the circle right there in the center.
What about the blue fist?
I mean, I think it's Iron Man.
They look like gauntlets, so I mean, it could be.
What about that cat from Nova Corps?
Oh, I haven't heard anything about Nova being in it. It could be a redesign of Nova. It doesn't really look like Nova. It doesn't, but I 100% that's not Captain Marvel. It's just not.
There definitely looks like some sort of helmet going on.
Yeah.
And then the fists are doing something here.
Yeah. I mean, it may be Mordo, but I mean, in this freeze frame, it kind of looks different than any of the other freeze frames I've seen, but it's also very blurry.
Yeah. And then that's Wanda.
You break the rules. Look out!
Never mind.
Become a hero.
That poor girl.
I do it.
Yeah, she's invulnerable and super strong. She's a character that exists in the Marvel Universe.
Oh, yeah. I know who she is, but the actress is getting heat right now.
Oh.
For not being dark enough.
Really?
Yeah.
Colorism is real. Ugh.
Well, whatever happened to acting, man? Like,
can we just do that?
That doesn't seem fair.
Do you know what her superpower is, Avery?
No, what's his superpower?
She gets really big hands.
Oh, is that?
No, that Chris, you're thinking a different character. That girl is invulnerable, super strong, and she can open up portals.
I thought this was Little Marvel.
No, that's not Miss Marvel. Miss Marvel, she can change her physical form to be bigger or smaller or stretch.
Yeah,
but if she's in this, that's not her. That's another character that's got she's near invulnerable.
What's her character's name? I know I've heard it. American Chavez is the name of the...
America Chavez.
That's her superhero name?
Yeah. I don't think she has a superhero name. I think that's just her name.
Huh. American Chavez.
Invulnerable. That makes for an exciting superhero.
And this guy is a villain. The squid eye thing. It's a Doctor Strange villain. I forget the name.
Well, I want to say I think I remember reading a book. It might have been in the Ultron series with Strange and Punisher in some sort of crazy dimension, and it was like filled with these things.
Yeah, but there's a big Prime one that let's see if I can find the answer to the question. Shuma Gorath.
Okay. Yep, that sounds familiar.
Yeah, he's a Doctor Strange villain that comes from another dimension. We actually see him in What If. Those tentacles, we think those tentacles that come out of that one portal and he kills the creature and takes his powers. We think that's another multiversal version. Say that 5 times fast. Of Shuma Gorath.
Okay.
Cool.
Just a little bit more than half.
It doesn't seem fair.
Zombie Doctor Strange.
I think you're absolutely correct. We're gonna have good versus evil of themselves.
Yeah.
So it's they should just call it the Mirrors of Madness or the Multiverse of Mirrors or something.
Yeah. No, Multiverse of Madness fits perfectly well. We are going to see so much. I think it's just going to be crazy. I think it's going to be batshit. I think we're going to see stuff happen that can only happen in a movie like this, where you can kill somebody and the prime timeline isn't affected.
Mm-hmm.
This is the second day in a row that I've thought of this movie, Multiplicity, because like all the different versions that you can get, like I forget what it was. Someone was talking about something about cloning themselves and not wanting, because they didn't want to do that because they would just be competing with themselves. It's like, well, if you watch Multiplicity, actually, when you clone yourself, the next one isn't an actual duplicate of yourself, and like you keep getting these like different weird variations.
There's a little bit of degradation when you clone yourself in that movie, and then the problem happens when the clones start deciding they're going to clone themselves, and then those clones clone themselves, and then you get the clone named Steve.
Then you get the Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah. I'm here for it. Super excited. Can't come soon enough.
Oh yeah.
May 6th.
There's literally nothing on this title card that doesn't have me excited. Danny Elfman, Louis D'Esposito.
Danny Elfman, I love it.
Sam Raimi.
Man. I love it. So yeah, directed by Sam Raimi, music by Danny Elfman. It's gonna be epic music, epic direction. I love Sam Raimi movies. Yeah.
Speaking of music news,
I was gonna say okay. Yep.
Yeah. Did you guys hear the news about Obi-Wan Kenobi?
Not about Obi-Wan, no.
Mm-mm.
But is the guy doing the music for that?
Coming out of retirement to do the musical scoring for Obi-Wan Kenobi? Mr. John Williams.
Yeah. I didn't know he was doing it for Obi-Wan.
Really?
I almost thought that would have been too late. Isn't that just a few months out?
Well, he's probably been working on it for a while now. But he retired after he did the last Star Wars movie. He said he was done.
Right.
So
that's awesome.
I
usually when it comes to what brought him back in.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's dope.
Here, May 6th. That is actually a Friday. I don't like that. I like it when they come out
You don't like
Wednesday or
that?
Thursday
What?
night.
Well, it'll probably come out on a Thursday night.
Yeah, because I actually
Right.
I'm busy May 6th already. Like
You already have plans for May 6th.
I got a concert coming up to one of my favorite
Right.
bands. And hopefully I
Okay,
won't be
so then
fucking sick for this one so I can actually go.
Sounds like you're going
I've
to see
missed
this
2
movie the
concerts
day
in the last
after me and
4
Avery go
months.
see it.
Huh?
yeah.
Sounds like you're going to go see this movie the day after me and Avery go see it.
But if it's on a
Yeah.
Friday, that fucks me for that Saturday. Unless
Why
you
is
know what,
that?
I could just take the day off of work and go see it during the day and then go to my
That's
concert.
Hmm. I mean that would be more logical.
Or just go see it at midnight on Thursday.
Well, that ain't gonna happen.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. You turn into a pumpkin at midnight.
You just put me in a dark room. Just put me in a dark room. It's gonna
Old
happen.
ass.
So that looks interesting. I kind of can't wait to see it. I'm glad that they came out with the trailer for that finally. I hope it gets. I just want to see weird shit like that giant eyeball thing. That's cool. That weird like mummy like thing. That was cool. I just want to see weird stuff, which is what I feel like Doctor Strange should be like embracing.
Agreed. I mean, I feel like at this point, all comic book movies should embrace the weird. I mean, I think that's why I enjoyed, the new Suicide Squad. I just wanted weird. Just make it weird,
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't ground it. Go crazy.
You can only take so many superhero landings.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Yeah, and the whole superhero thing. Yeah, they've got to do something to get it different, and maybe. I mean, obviously Disney doesn't want to hear this, but maybe just cut back a bit. Maybe just cut back a bit.
That's not going to happen.
I know.
No. Mickey Mouse needs his money. He has to take care of Minnie. Minnie needs that new Tesla.
What did Disney do before they bought everything?
Animated cartoons.
Just animated cartoons.
And they destroyed everybody in that field.
Yeah.
Or bought them. Yeah. Somehow, I don't know. Everyone likes that Despicable Me. I can't stand it, but
I like Despicable Me. I think it's
I like Despicable. Yeah. I like
so have you watched the Minion movie?
Yeah.
The one with just the Minions.
Yeah, a long time ago.
Think of that as a perspective of a parent who's letting their kid watch this. I think it's purposely aimed to make your kids dumb. Because those things serve no purpose at all. They're stupid.
Look, we live in a world where that happens, so,
Yeah,
Right.
I feel the Minions.
Look at
should be
music on
influenced for
That's why you get to decide what your kids watch and don't watch. So we've got one more thing to talk about. I know Steve's kind of in a hurry, and I have one request because I think I'm going to try and go see this movie this afternoon. It's Uncharted. I would like you guys to talk about it without spoilers as much as possible. And if anything, I will just leave the room. I will leave the conversation because I kind of want to go see this. Especially, should I? So let me start off the conversation with that question. Should I go see this movie?
What do you think, Avery?
For me, no, I don't think it was worth me going at 10 o'clock at night to watch this movie. Yeah.
Okay. So give me an equivalent response to that, Stephen, without saying too much. Yes or no?
I saw it at 7:30 at the Majestic over in Gilbert. I thought as far as video game movies go, this is one of the best video game movies I've ever seen in my entire life.
So now that was my next question for Avery was how does it compare for a video game movie?
I'm gonna be honest with you, Steve. And I'm the complete opposite. I actually and this is gonna be funny because I thought about this last night, cracking myself up. I would rather watch Super Mario Brothers and just laugh at the stupidity than watch Uncharted.
Wow, really?
Because I feel with Super Mario Brothers. Oh, I will. Yeah, I'll even watch that because I know how ridiculous and bad it is. But it's so bad where you can laugh about it. Uncharted for me was just bad. I was not able to laugh, not even at the stupidity of it. It was just bad to me. I don't know.
That's interesting. So we're split, Chris. You're gonna have to make the decision on your own.
You have to be. You have to be the third guy.
While I enjoyed it, would I go see it again today? Probably not. I mean, I'm going to go see Death on the Nile tomorrow.
Ooh.
The Hercule Poirot movie with Gal Gadot.
Yeah.
But then again, I would watch a movie called anything with Gal. I would watch a movie called Gal Gadot watching paint dry, and I'd go watch
that. I mean, I think I feel like watching it.
Is the paint drying on Gal Gadot?
I don't know. Well, let's just be real. I think any of us would be like, yeah, that'd be fine.
Yeah. I mean, It has good moments. It has bad moments. I like Tom Holland as an actor. I like Mark Wahlberg a little bit less as an actor. My big problem was the entire time I was watching the movie, I just saw Nathan Fillion doing all the Tom Holland stuff. That is Nathan Drake to me in my mind, and it was really hard to get around that.
Yeah.
Did we get? I mean, that was
Spider Drake.
Spider Drake, a little bit.
There was a lot of parkour. There was a lot of parkour, which I mean, honestly, Tom Holland, he's a dancer. He's a gymnast. So I wasn't not expecting that. And honestly, during those scenes, and this doesn't spoil anything, but like during the scenes when they're doing a lot of like the chase scenes and parkour, it was really well done because it did show Tom Holland as like his abilities, beyond just putting a suit on and maybe jumping CGI. Like it was actually really good, and I appreciate that a lot.
No, I don't have a problem with that. I meant like as far as personality wise, did we see Peter Parker's personality come out through Nathan Drake?
No,
and
not the naive kid.
What they tried to do, and I think just didn't work for me, was they tried to make Tom Holland we all know Tom Holland. He has a very boyish charm. He's just very boyish, but they try to just really age him to this very tough, masculine man, and it wasn't working for me. Like it was not working. I was not intimidated at all. Like it was just no.
Okay.
And at no point when I was playing these games on my PlayStation did I ever go, man, Mark Wahlberg would make an excellent Sully. Never.
Right.
I think Wahlberg would have been probably a better Drake, but
no,
there was talks about that when it was,
speaking of Holland and manliness.
Yeah.
Speaking of Holland and manliness, have you seen any of the pictures with him and Zendaya like walking together or anything?
Oh yeah, he's super protective of her. Like he is just.
And you would be too. If I was dating Zendaya, I wouldn't let anyone get near her.
We're looking at different pictures that.
I'd be terrified that she realized that she's dating a nerd.
Right. Like don't ever leave me.
The pictures that I see are definitely like her carrying him around.
Oh well, I mean, she is taller, a lot taller than him, but
she is. Than him. She might even weigh more.
Yeah, I mean,
they're both skinny.
Yeah, I mean, they are. I mean, from like all like the interviews and stuff I've seen him do, like or certain like walking on the carpet, like he's very. You can he's like dainty. When she has any dress malfunctions, like he'll jump over to protect her or stay. He's pretty much just on her. Like he's like, I'm not going wherever you are. I'm here.
Also, from what I understand, she has some anxiety, and you can tell that he's very aware of when she's having a moment. And he's very good at soothing her.
Yeah.
I've noticed that in a couple of interviews where, she does the nervous leg where she's bouncing her leg and he'll reach over and just, quietly touch her leg and it stops. And, that's a nervous tick that shows that people are anxious when they do that. Mm-hmm. They bounce their leg. I don't know. I hope the best for those two. I actually like that couple.
I do too.
The good, the bad, and the nerdy has went into cosmopolitan territory right now.
Right.
That's all right. Yeah. That's fine. We can do that every once in a while. It's been a weird episode, and I kind of like it. Not necessarily this topic, but we're whatever.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. To speak on now, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of thing going on with toxic masculinity and people fitting roles of what's manly, what's not. Now, I'm not saying that Tom Holland is not a manly, masculine, whatever person. Like, he is who he is, and it's perfect. I just feel when you try to do a typecast character for a movie like this, then you want to make sure that either the script or the character actor you're using fits with that person. Trying to make someone whose personality is a little more just I wouldn't say bubbly, but just more like on the boyish charm, and trying to make him this typical stereotypical like manly man. It doesn't fit. It doesn't work.
What about a Jake Gyllenhaal?
No. Nathan Fillion. Nathan Fillion is, I mean, I'm sorry. And he also is too old to play Nathan Drake anymore, unfortunately. But that's who I see.
Yeah. Yeah. No, agreed.
Look, if you can give me Luke Skywalker teaching Grogu how to use the Force, you can give me Nathan Fillion in Uncharted.
No, I don't want that. I don't want that.
Right. We have the technology, just put,
because look, if that becomes a thing,
no de-aging.
like, eventually, and they're probably already going to do this, but like, why would they ever need another movie star ever again? Like, why would they ever need anyone to act ever again if they can just do all of the CGI stuff and just say,
and then just get a regular,
a
regular person and deep fake their face. Yeah,
I like your face. Here's $5 million. Give it to me. Give me the rights.
Yeah,
and be gone with you.
So basically, I mean, it's kind of turning into the world of selling your face as an NFT, right?
Shut up. All right. And on that
note, oh man, this episode has gotten weird. We talk about politics.
So you guys
cosmopolitan.
You guys didn't help me answer my question at all. I'm probably not going to go anywhere. I just started feeling like crap again.
I mean, I would say go see it. I feel it is. I mean, if anything, it's an action movie. It's best seen in a movie theater. I think from my personal, I didn't have any personal bias against it. Like close to the ending, for me, actually, what picked it up, I think during the movie started, where the chemistry between Mark Wahlberg, Sully, and Drake is, if it started there, maybe I'll appreciate the movie more. But just building up to that point was such a drag, and I just was not enjoying myself with it. And it's just, I don't know, the acting. Like, I know Tom Holland, like he can act, he's really good. Mark Wahlberg is a hit or miss for me, but it just seemed that the acting was very cardboard cut out. Like, it was just, there's no emotion behind it, and the punchlines were horrible. There's just no timing, no comedic timing. It was just really bad. Like one scene that sends chemistry. Honestly, that's what it was for me. Yeah, and that's what it was for me. Like, it was a bad chemistry. All three of the main actors just didn't seem very, like, they just not vibe together. And like one line in particular, and this is definitely not, I'm not going to spoil anything, but just like one line in particular, there's a scene where you have Drake and you have Sully. They're talking and they meet up with Chloe, and then like they're talking and stuff like that, and then she runs away, and then he's all like, "Oh, she's not coming back." And then or he was saying she'll be back, and then 2 seconds later, she's not coming back. Like, there's no pause of a punchline. It's just like, when people say something like that, like, "Oh, she'll be back," there's usually like either a long drag or something, but it immediately just jumps into like 2 seconds later, like, "Oh yeah, she's not coming back, huh?" And it's like, what? Where's the setup?
Yeah, that's why did these chats come back? That's something that's kind of how I felt with the beginning of the first Peacemaker episode. It was just like too quick, like not enough time to catch your breath.
Right.
So then here's my last question. Would I be missing anything if I didn't go see this movie?
Well, I mean, honestly, to me, I feel like there's a potential for like the sequel to be much better. Like I feel like this was a build up to what the movie really could take off to be, like what the series really could take off to be. This is definitely more of the prequel type scenario. And I don't know, just like I said, to me, it was the ending of close to the end of the movie is where it really built up for me as far as me getting interested in like, oh, okay, now I'm seeing this story develop. I'm seeing this chemistry between Nathan Drake and Sully develop, and like I feel like a story could be there to go further. But like, yeah, I feel just the first hour of all this stuff was just unnecessary for me. Like I was not having a good time.
Oh, so okay.
But that's that was my personal. Again, I'm the complete opposite of how Steve feels about it. But like, I think maybe because it was 10 o'clock at night, and then I was just like, in my head, I had just Nathan Fillion, and looking at what the potential of how I know Tom Holland can act, and I don't know. There's a lot of things I just saw. I'm like, this is not interesting. I'd rather watch Super Mario and laugh my head off of the stupidity.
Well, his best acting job was the last movie he was in. No Way Home. It said
he did great. He did amazing. Like he made this.
Early numbers are saying
he made me cry.
Early numbers are saying that Uncharted did 15.4 million last night domestically.
Wow,
that's a grip of cash.
Yeah, it is.
So people are going to see it. That's cool.
Yeah, I mean, you got Tom Holland, Marky Mark. They bring in a crowd.
Oh, it's up against that Channing Tatum movie. Yeah, this is gonna win.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That's it. Those are the options, and yeah.
Now you put any other person in that Channing Tatum movie with that dog, and I'd go watch it.
Shit. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Why is it not Henry Cavill?
Oh man,
that would have been great.
that dude loves him some dogs.
He really does. That would have been.
Get him perfect. A buddy cop thing with the dog. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm here for it.
That would have been damn. That would have been. That might have blown Uncharted out of the water.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
I'd sit and watch a movie where he's just playing frisbee with his dog and catch. Don't even have to put a villain in it.
Maybe you just need to start making movies, Steve. You've got some pretty good ideas.
I do. I
mean, you really do, actually. Yeah.
What's her
Disney?
bucket?
If you're out there, put me in charge of Star Wars. I'll have Han playing frisbee with Chewbacca. People will watch that.
People will definitely watch that. Yeah.
We can make it happen. No one will know I'm not really Chewie. I just wear a costume.
I mean, should we make our own? Yeah, we can make our own a home video, put it on YouTube. I mean, people do it all the time. They make movies and put it on YouTube.
Yep.
And
I feel like people are probably tuning out right now. They're like, okay,
yeah.
You know where the rails are? They're nowhere near this episode.
Yeah, we're off the rails.
Go back and watch all the old ones and show me where we're not, except for when we're like reviewing Boba Fett or something.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like this one we start getting into like, I feel like Zendaya and Tom Holland are great couples, and here's why.
So let's go ahead and wrap this up. Avery, you're going to be a dad by at the latest Monday, correct? So
Tuesday.
Oh, Tuesday.
Yeah,
that's right.
Which is the day before my birthday.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, you screwed yourself on that one. But
yeah, my birthday's over. It's fine.
It doesn't matter anyways. So that's exciting. I can't imagine you have anything else that could be going on.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, next week is completely baby filled. So
how about you, Steven? Anything exciting?
Thank you.
No. I'm gonna go see Death on the Nile on Sunday. I'm gonna check out Lost Ark. I'll reach out to you once that's all downloaded and stuff. going to a game night tonight with some friends, so I'm not sure what we're going to be playing there. Probably Marvel Ultimate Alliance. Who knows?
Oh, that kind of game night.
Love
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Awesome. It's great.
It's very cool.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, I'm continuing to listen to the Iron Druid Chronicle while I'm at work doing stuff. I just have that, going in one ear and listening to that. And I'll be listening to Trapped this week, I think.
Still with the crappy hard rock from the early 2000s. Listening to Trapped. What I mean that.
What will you be doing, Chris?
I will be spending more time in Cyberpunk to see if that's gotten any better. Early phases says probably. The guns still feel weak, but it just feels like the enemies are bullet sponges. And then probably some more Lost Ark. Resting. I might just go to sleep after this. Might go take a nap. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see where the world takes me. I'd like to try and find another video to make. Should I just go and do all those reaction videos that I was going to make, even though they're like a week to a week and a half late?
Yeah, do those and do some shorts. People like your shorts, apparently.
Yeah, well, that was a short about No Way Home, which is one of the best-selling movies ever. It just passed Avatar this last week, I want to say.
Oh, did it?
Yeah. So, on that note, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. If you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button, like, and share. And we'll see you guys next time. And until then, keep it nerdy.
Keep it nerdy. See you guys.
Keep it nerdy.